If you're anything like me and are a huge fish taco fan, I've got an incredible recipe. We're gonna be making Baja fish tacos. I'm gonna top it off with some cabbages, a little salsa, and a delicious chipotle mayo. It is amazing. If you search for Baja fish tacos, you are gonna find several different variations. So let me start by saying this is gonna be my take. I like to keep things as close to the original as possible. So here we go. We're gonna start off with a little prep, making that mayo. Sound good? Let's cook. I've got a food processor, which I'm gonna add some mayonnaise to, but don't worry if you don't have one, you can chop up all the ingredients and mix it together. It will be totally fine. Go ahead and add in a garlic clove. You could do 2 if you want a little more kick. I've got a chipotle pepper and some of the adobo sauce. If you really like heat, add 1 more of those chipotles. You'll absolutely love it. Now to cut back on some of that heat, I've got some lime juice. Go ahead and squeeze the juice of 1 full lime in there. Add the lid to that food processor, and then I'm gonna pulse it on high speed. Really all you're trying to do here is to get that chipotle pepper and garlic chopped up, get all of those flavors and ingredients infused. Once it is done, go ahead and add it to the refrigerator until we need it. Just like anything when I'm cooking, I make extra, and it's because this sauce is super good and it will go awesome on a bunch of other stuff. Honestly, you put it on a tortilla chip and eat it, it is amazing. Now let's hit that salsa. I've got some Roma tomatoes here, but if you have some vine ripes or some 5x6s, please use them. Whatever's fresh, whatever's in season, whatever's on sale. I'm gonna slice off the ends and the outside of the Roma tomato because I don't want any seeds in my salsa. Then go ahead and small to medium dice up each of these little tomato sides. Yes, I've got quite a bit of salsa here, but I love eating it all week long. Dip some chips in there, add it to some other stuff, it's absolutely delicious. Next, I've got a sweet onion, which I'm going to small dice as well. You could also use a yellow onion or red onion. Again, it's all about what do you have in your cabinet. We're gonna add it again right to the tomatoes in a medium-sized bowl. Now what we're gonna do is hit it up with a good amount of fresh chopped cilantro, better known as fresh coriander. Now I'm gonna squeeze the juice of 1 lemon, and like always, I hold a hand below to catch all of those seeds and let the juice sort of run down in between my fingers, just like you see here. This is great. Then season it up well with a little bit of sea salt, fresh cracked black pepper, and grab a big spoon, and then what you wanna do is mix all of these ingredients together. You can take a bite of it now and it's delicious, but if you wait a little bit for some of those flavors to come out, oh my gosh, so good. Hit it in the fridge till it's time to use it. So if you noticed when I made this, I did not put any jalapenos or serrano peppers in there. And the reason I didn't is because that chipotle mayo is gonna provide enough kick. However, if you love spice, definitely put those peppers into the salsa. Or if you're looking for another kind of cool balance, don't put chipotle peppers in that mayo. Put some avocados in that mayo, then put the jalapenos in the salsa, then you have an avocado crema with a pico de gallo. Oh man, I could go on for days. It would be amazing. Regardless, we've got a little bit more prep to go. Let's get to it. So I've got a big head of green cabbage. I'm just gonna slice it in half, and then what you wanna do is remove that core. So kind of like slicing in a wedge type shape. Get that core out of there, it's really bitter. Slice it again in half, so what we have is a 1/4 of a head of cabbage, and then on a mandolin, I'm just gonna thinly slice this. If you've got some awesome knife skills or even wanna get practice, you can absolutely do this by hand. Go ahead and set it to the side till it's time to plate up. Let me stop and say this. If you don't have green cabbage, you could absolutely use red cabbage. I'm probably gonna use a bit of both because I love the color combination, and I think red cabbage has a little bit more sweetness to it. That's just me. You do you. Now for the fish. I picked up some fresh halibut that was on sale. It looks perfect. It smells absolutely amazing. It's very firm to the touch. Extremely, extremely delicious, especially in these fish tacos. But we need to cut them down because if I put this big old hunk of fish in the fryer and try to put it in a taco, it would look pretty goofy. So I'm just simply cutting these 6-ounce fillets into thirds, just like you see here. You could cut it down even more if you wanted even smaller pieces into 4s. Go ahead and set them to the side now. And before we get into the batter, I wanna say to you all that you can absolutely use different fish. You can use sea bass. And before we get into making the batter, let me tell you this. You can absolutely use a different fish than this halibut. You can use cod. You can use sea bass. You could even use mahi. If you want to use tilapia, not a big tilapia fan because it's all farm raised, but even if you have it in the freezer and you just need to get rid of it, you can absolutely use it here. Now for the batter. In a large bowl, I'm gonna add in some all-purpose flour, next followed up with some cornstarch,
This is gonna help make the batter nice and light and fluffy. Then I've got a nice Mexican beer. I'm gonna be using Dos Equis Amber. Any good Mexican beer will be fantastic in this batter. And at this point, you want to season it very, very well with sea salt and pepper. Remember, this batter is what's going to flavor up your fish. So again, season it super well. Go ahead and give it a whisk. Should be a little bit thick, almost like a pancake batter. Really, it's like a tempura batter. Now head over to your cooktop. I've got a pot of oil. If you have a deep fryer, fantastic too. I want to get it to right around 350 degrees. Now to batter up, add one of those small fish fillets right to the batter. We want to get it completely coated on all sides. Also, we really need to cook these in batches, so I can cook maybe 4 to 5 at a time in this little pot. Go ahead and add them in there. As soon as they hit the oil, it'll start to harden up, so don't worry about them sticking if they get too close. But just to show you how they look, I'm only going to cook 2 here at this time. Once they become golden brown, which takes in between 4 and 5 minutes, just like you see here, we're going to drain them off on some paper towels that I've lined onto parchment paper. If you have a plate, totally fine. Let's set them aside. And then one last thing, I've got some corn tortillas. I've got a great recipe on my website for homemade if you want. If not, we need to reheat these and get these a nice little toast. So over a high burner, maybe 15 to 20 seconds on each side. This really brings out a ton of flavor and softens them up even more. Now, let's head over to our countertop.
Homies, I say it all the time. It's about understanding these fundamental techniques, how to put them into practice so that all of your homemade food from scratch will always, always taste better. It's about understanding flavor profiles, how to complement some sweet with some spicy, with a little bit of savory mixed in. So when it comes together, it's the most amazing fish taco you've ever had. Better than any restaurant, better than any grocery store. You do this, I promise you, your stuff moving forward is gonna be so much better. So now let's plate up in slow-mo.
I've been eating tacos for a long time, but I really love the concept of doubling up those corn tortilla shells. It's just so much better, adds a lot of flavor, and will help hold everything together. Now add one of those long fish fillet that's been fried in beer batter. And I did both cabbages, I'm not gonna lie. I've got red and green. You could use one or the other or both, like I told you earlier. Hit it with a little bit of that salsa. Get that all over because it is so delicious. Then drizzle on some of that chipotle mayo. Yes, I put it in a squeeze bottle. You can absolutely just drizzle it on with a spoon. And I'm gonna finish it off with just a little bit of fresh cilantro leaves just to give it a little more color, a little more deliciousness. And dang, check out these beauties.
I made these tacos from start to finish in under 45 minutes. That's the sauce, that's the prep for the salsa, that's battering up the fish. You can do this. I promise you'll love it. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, check out this video. It is super good. I'll see you on there.